If you watched my previous video where I reviewed this MIG 145 Pro from Arccaptain, you'll know that they were nice enough to send me this auto-darkening welding helmet along with this machine. I'm going to be comparing it with my Miller Classic Series welding helmet. I got a good deal on this welding helmet. It's been a really reliable welding helmet. I've kicked it, I've dropped it, I've set it down on hot metal accidentally, and it doesn't stop working. After 2 years, the battery is still going, and I have not had any issues with this welding helmet. I'm hoping that this Arccaptain welding helmet is just as reliable, and out of the box, I am pretty impressed with the color scheme. I was not expecting this. We got the American flag with the stars and the stripes. We got the bald eagle on both sides. I've never been a flashy kind of guy, but this is pretty flashy and I like it. It's a good kind of flashy. I like that on the outside of the helmet, it's got your controls, where on the Miller helmet, but the controls are up in here. So if I want to switch between grinding and welding, I have to take my helmet off and I have to push a button and change the mode, where I can just, once I get used to where these controls are, I can just flip a switch and I don't have to take the helmet off. Out of the box, it does come with a dust cover or carry bag. Most welding helmets will come with something like this. I don't particularly use them because I do hang my helmet on, my welding cart. There's a hook for my welding helmet. But I do keep them around because if I throw the helmet in the truck and I don't want it, to get scratched up, I'll put it in the bag and it'll sit in the seat in my truck. You'll also get a little accessory bag where you get some stickers. You get a user manual with some setting recommendations. You'll get some extra lenses, and there's an extra battery. One thing I already like about this welding helmet is it does come with a battery already installed, and this is ready to go out of the box. So I don't know how long it's going to be before I need to replace the battery, because this helmet's going on 2 years and I still have yet to replace the battery that's in it. It's nice that they sent the extra battery, but I don't know how long batteries last. So hopefully this battery is still good when I need it. Let's talk about headgear. If it's not comfortable, chances are you're not going to wear the helmet for a long time, or you're not going to wear it at all. With the Miller welding helmet, it's a very simple headgear design. It's very rugged plastic. You set your head height on where you want it to fall on your head, and then you have one simple dial that you tighten and loosen. You push the center and then twist to loosen, and then you ratchet it to tighten. It's very simple, very comfortable. Got a nice thick sweat guard forehead band. I haven't had any issues with this, and I barely feel it when it's on my head. With the Arccaptain helmet, they went a different route with the headgear. This looks more like a cradle than anything. It looks like it kind of scoops the back of your head, and I think they're trying to utilize your head to support the weight of this, which is not very much. But when you wear something like this for a long time and you have it balancing right on your forehead, it does get heavy over time and you do get some neck strain. So I think they're going a different approach with the headgear to try to have your head do most of the work and take the load off of the front of your forehead. They do have a thinner forehead sweatband. It does feel like it has some padding. There's also some side padding on your temples where the helmet rotates, which is kind of nice. They did go with a thinner plastic though. I don't know how durable this is going to be. It is soft, it is flexible, so I think it's going to take the shape of your head more. But the only way we're going to know how durable this is by using it over time. Now, I waited for this video in order to try this helmet on. I haven't even put it on my head yet, so I don't know how it feels. I haven't fitted it. I don't know what it's going to look like when I'm looking at a weld puddle. I haven't played with any of the settings yet. I wanted to wait until this video for a true unbiased opinion, even though you guys might think it might be biased because they were nice enough to send it to me. But that's not the case. My go-to helmet is this Miller welding helmet. If this is a good helmet, I'm going to tell you. If there's something wrong with it, if I don't like something, I'm going to let you know. The whole point of me making review videos is to give you an honest opinion. Otherwise, what's the point of a review video? The Miller Classic series has 2 arc sensors, which is what you use to control the shade and how sensitive your helmet reacts to your spark. The Arccaptain has 4 built-in arc sensors that allows you to adjust your shade and sensitivity a little bit better. Now both helmets have their version of a true color technology. Miller calls theirs the clear light technology, where Arccaptain calls it true color. And both helmets are shock resistant and flame resistant, meeting industry standards. I'll try to do my best to give you an honest opinion on whether the Arccaptain is better than the Miller, or if the Miller is better than the Arccaptain. I don't really have a way to get the camera inside the helmet so you can see what I'm seeing, but I will do my best to tell you whether or not this is better than that or that's better than this. Alright, I got the helmet adjusted. It did take a little bit longer to set up and get fitted to my head than what the Miller did. That's just because there's a couple extra straps. You got the one right here in the top front, and then you have one kind of in the middle towards the rear. And then putting this on with this cradle was a little different. You have to flip it up, put your helmet on, and then flip it down and then tighten, which now that it's on my head, it feels really good. Normally I get some pinching right here, and I think the softer plastic and the extra cushion on the headpiece is helping the pinching right here. That's one reason why I wear an oversized welding cap, is I pull it down and it helps soften the pinching right here. I don't really feel any pressure other than up here, but that's just because I like to wear my helmet tight so it doesn't flop around. But other than that, it feels pretty good. I'm going to lay down a couple welds with this MIG 145 Pro from Arccaptain, and I'm going to give you an honest opinion on whether or not I think this helmet's better, the same, or worse. Alright, so I laid 4 or 5 welds down, and I used this helmet like I would my Miller helmet. I weld with it, I grind with it. That's why I'm more interested in the larger screen, because I do a lot of grinding or plasma cutting while wearing a helmet just to protect my face. The true color is clearer in this one than the clear color, or whatever they call it, is in here. When the Arccaptain helmet is clear, you're not welding and you're just looking out the glass, there's no weird green tint to it. It's like you're wearing sunglasses, and it's kind of nice. When you look through this one, there is always a green tint to it, and even when it's not auto darkened and when you're welding, there's always like a green coloration to what you're looking at. When this auto darkens, it was pretty clear. There was no weird like color tint to it. So what I was looking at was nice, clear, and I would say kind of more crisp than this one. That being said, I like the helmet. I'm going to be wearing it more often. I'm not used to having a helmet that, you know, this is a lot bigger of a helmet. So that's going to take a little bit to get used to. Having this extra like chin, you know, kind of protector down here. I do like where the controls are. I was, you know, able to kind of feel them and find them, where, like I said, this one you got to take the helmet off, push the buttons, and put it back on. And you really don't know if what you're adjusting is good until you go to use it. Where this one you can kind of adjust it on the fly if you don't like what you're looking at. So I'm looking at Arccaptain's website at the price, and right now they have an early Black Friday sale. It's like a pre-Black Friday sale, and this helmet is $66.99. So looking at Baker Gas or Baker Welding Supply, which is where I bought this helmet, and looking at the exact helmet that I bought, This helmet goes for $140 versus $67. I do think that this helmet is a little bit better than the Miller helmet just because of the clarity that I see when I'm looking through it. Like I said, Arccaptain has 4 arc sensors in this helmet, which is going to allow you more dimmability and more sensitivity than what the Miller does. I do think that the glass in the Arccaptain is a little bit better. I don't know if you're able to see that, but in the Miller, there's kind of a green hue to it. And in the Arccaptain, it's clear. It's almost like a sunglass, like you're wearing sunglasses, but a little bit lighter than sunglasses. And the same goes when you're welding. This has a green hue over your weld puddle, where this one is like a really dark sunglass that you're wearing. I do like this one better than this one when I'm looking out the glass. So if you decide to go with Arccaptain, I just want to let you know that they are having a Black Friday sale event. It starts November 14th and goes through the 29th, where you can save up to 50% off on everything on their website. And if you use the promo code ThatDIY you're going to save an extra 5%. Or you can click the link down below. I'll see you guys in the next one.